Hello guys, this is DC Trader for another stock update today, and I do understand that today there's no market, and sorry I wasn't able to upload yesterday. I was doing something else that I need to finish. Today I hope that the storm Ulysses won't do a lot of damage to our brothers and sisters in Luzon. I hope that everything will be fine there. I pray for them too. So today we're gonna start with the futures market, and yesterday's market on the futures, they were really trying up hard to break this level high. So we know sellers are here and sellers weren't able to exit right away, so you know that the sellers are here right now. And then today, actually yesterday, they're trying to get out. This is how it looks like. We got a breakout. Sellers weren't able to get out here. They were quite surprised. Now they want to push the market down, and you know buyers here tried to buy the market up until this particular level, and then sellers are now coming in again. So it is quite a fight for this area. We remember this area, it went down, it went up, so we have to take a look at this particular area of 3578. So now let's do our yesterday's market, guys, and let's take a look at our Philippine market yesterday. And you know what, guys, yesterday, guys, it was a continuation, guys. That was really good. I was really happy, guys, of the continuation of the market. And let's take a look at this again. I'll be looking at this level, guys. This particular level of 7132. And where did I get this 7132, guys? Basically, I got it off of this area. And once again, guys, why do I consider this area could be a potential strong resistance? Because this is where buyers pushed the market up. They weren't able to retest, and the market dropped out on them. So they could have a very hard fall on March until mid-March. And you remember, guys, that was a very strong down, right? So it could be, it will remember traders who bought here was not able to get out. So they may want to liquidate their assets exactly to the T and their entry point. So that's the reason why I'm looking for that. And it also coincides with this level, the third floor or the third installment, which is around this particular area. Almost the same as this area from this level, right? So I'll be looking over at this particular level. And if you take a look at the 5 minutes, it also coincides. Remember this move? It went for a break. So if you take a look at this, guys, a very strong arrow. And now let's put that arrow there. And you know we are jumping over there. And if you take a look at here, if we double the move, this move double up, it coincides around 7145. So there's a lot of people gonna be watching at that particular area. But of course, if you take a look at this is a spike in channel, and it ended around here. So I would say there's still more to the upside, but just be careful on what happens to this particular level. We have to wait and see for this particular market. And the next market, guys, that we're gonna be discussing is AC Energy. And what's AC Energy doing, guys? And it is doing great. Basically right now, if you take a look at AC Energy, guys, it is making a new reset to the long side, guys, and that is, oops, what was that? Sorry about that, guys. I got some now if you make this one bigger, guys, and we have really, this is just like a stop point, and then today we have a continuation above 410, guys, and that is great news, right? and we may be able to continue. And this is again the fourth installment over here, so there could be sellers waiting here to do to start selling off, or even they even already are starting. And if you take a look at this, guys, here we know that, okay, let's make this one a little bit smaller a bit. Okay, so from this move, guys, we had quite a battle in this particular area on the first week of November. There was kind of like a very tight range, and then suddenly we just broke out on the 9th, and then we just had a little bit of a break because it did not break below 405. That's why today it went above to the other end of 416, and there's a continuation above this particular area. And then where do we stop? Around 445. And where did I get this particular fib? So basically how I did that, guys, was okay, so this particular move, right? Then we had a little bit of a range, a little bit of a sell-off, but could not break down this particular 2 level. So that is this. And then I just copied the fibs to go on this level above here. So that's where I get. So that's where I'm expecting sellers are here. They weren't able to exit all of them. So they're trying to go back in here. Try to push there, or a little bit earlier. Trying to push the market down. Now, does this mean tomorrow it's just gonna go down, down, down because I say so? Not necessarily, but we have to take a look at it, because if this area here, the way I see it, guys, is this could potentially maybe hit here, and in this particular level at the 50% of this area here, we may have a bounce back wherein buyers, basically sellers here, may liquidate, and buyers may want to buy again to test the high. So that's this level here on 427. That is a level that I may be watching for the next day of the market. The next market that we're going to be discussing is Ali. Now for Ali, guys, this is really doing great. Even farther than my expectation, guys, because I was thinking, okay, on the 9th they had some little bit of a break, but of course what's this 3441? 3441, guys, is basically this particular area wherein sellers started to move down, and sellers are trying to get out of 3441, and that's where you see it. And now it became a little lighter because sellers are liquidating, and it's all buyers now pushing the market, and it even reached its target. And where did I mark this 3841? Basically 3841, or around this area here. This is the top. This is the start of that strong move down, guys. Okay. Now, of course, if we take a look at here, does this really mean that, okay, Ali is gonna go, oops, sorry about that. Ali is gonna go down right away? Currently, right now, on the micro channels, on the 5-minute chart, we know the bears, the sellers were here, and now it is all buyers still. So I would say there may be some continuation because I did not see any sellers in the market yet. So this is a good sign for buyers. Then we may have some continuation for Ali. So the next market that we're going to be discussing, guys, is BDO, and BDO is again surprising me, guys. Yes, they do. So right now, although it looks to me that this 93.50 is trying to hold out, which is good if you take a look at this candle, but they did close the gap, guys, which is good too. And we also drew the line here from this area to this area, and you know this looks like they are trying, this is the fourth, actually this is the fifth time they're trying to push the market down, and the market is still trying to go up. So that is not a very good sign for our sellers. Alright, but it's good for us, guys, if we are on the buying side, guys. Now, if we take a look at the 5 minutes for BDO, guys. Now, for BDO, the thing is that we remember we drew we can put a trend line over of this area here, these two areas, and then we know that this particular area of 93.50 is a very, very dangerous area. We gotta look out. The market tried to push down, could not go below the 90s, and what happened is it's all buyers and it jumped up. Now, why did it go back around this area? It even went down here at the beginning there, 92, then it just shoots up, come back to 93.50. Why 93.50? There's still some sellers there, and now the only way we're gonna find out that sellers are not here anymore is that we can break above high of 99, guys. That's where I'm gonna be looking at, or even this area here soon. We gotta break out these two areas, 99, 98, 95, and 98.15. Because right now, take a look at that, guys. Could be it just closed around 94.30, which means that there could be some potential sellers here. Now, the way I would see this on the next day, market day, this may go down here again, and if it goes up straight and never comes back to 93.50, then you know most of the 93.50 sellers are liquidating out, and that is a good sign for us, guys. That is a good sign. So for this market, I may take a look at again at 93.50, because that is the focal point of this particular chart. Now the next chart, the next stock that we're gonna be discussing would be Converge. Now Converge today, guys, is it still moving ahead of schedule? Not really. It is still in that range of 15, around that. But the only good thing is that it did not break below 1480. Now, that is the only good side of this particular equation, guys. Now, we know since beginning of its IPO, right? It went back down here. It tried here, and of course it went back in the range and out the range, and now ever since we're trying to go in the range, and sellers are still trying to push it out. So you know sellers are there. So the thing that I may be looking at is sellers are still here, because if sellers are not here anymore, guys, this could be flying back to 1560 and continue. So I'll be eyeing at this 1480 again, because sellers tried to push down, buyers buy it again, sellers tried to push down. So it seems to me that sellers could be liquidating at 1480. Now, if we continue on the next trading day above and stay above here, then you know they have already all exited out, and that could seem to be our next target will be around this particular area of 1560. Now let's hope these sellers are not that strong, because if they're not that strong, we can easily continue to 1680, guys, and that is a good sign for us, guys. Now the next stock that we're gonna be discussing, guys, is BDO. Now for BDO, guys, woo, it is a wild stock. Now basically what happened is BDO, we know that 702, around 7 pesos. Why did I say 7 pesos? Remember this particular area here, it tried to go here just near this particular area and it dropped out, killing this particular area of around 5 something, this area. Let me get this thing around, yeah, 520. It broke down, then buyers answered in right away to push the market up. Now today we had some halt there, and today the market just started here and sellers just pushed the market down, guys. And take a look at that, open, push the market down, and again this 617 is really giving us a heartache, guys. Now the only way that my feeling is on the next trading day, if we bounce here, guys, and continue, I hope we can break out of 7 pesos, guys, because that is, these two areas are, we are now bouncing around, guys. I don't want to go back here at 520, guys, because if we do that, then we know these sellers are stronger than the buyers. Now I hope our buyers are stronger than the sellers, guys. We need them to punch out these sellers. So the next particular stock, guys, that we're gonna be discussing is FGEN. Now for FGEN, guys, the way I see FGEN really is, now on the bigger daily chart, it looks pretty nice. Like, okay, we did have a new reset here, but ever since we are trying just to go, we just go above a little bit, and we're stuck in this area here, guys, this particular area here. Now how does that look on the 5-minute, guys? In the 5 minutes, it looks like this. Since the end of October, we are stuck between 29, almost 30, and back down to 28, but mostly around this particular area. And today what happened? You know that on Tuesday, they had some continuation to the downside, and these particular buyers bought again, and who answered on top of the 29.50? Sellers again pushing it down. So the only way is we need to get out of this particular zone here, guys. If we could get out of this particular zone, whether to the upside or to the downside, then we know who is stronger. But currently right now we are stuck in here. But basing on the chart, guys, we look like the buyers could have a better chance at this particular stock. So I hope we can break out and above, and we can maintain above 29.50, guys, for a new, actually for a continuation of the momentum up. Now the next particular stock that we're gonna be discussing is HLCM, and again, guys, HLCM did not have a good day today. Yes, they did not have a good day today. Now the way I see it for HLCM, again, guys, although we are breaking out, but we are still near the 594, guys. And you know, we're okay, we just cleared this out, went back in, and today we tried to go up, and now there's some magnetic field pushing us back into the 594 area, guys. So we have not yet break out away from this area, guys, and it seems to me we are creating another range on top of these. So these sellers are still active, guys. We need them to be out of the way, guys, in order for us to continue to our target of 645, and that is a good sign for us. Now, although the advantage is that we have been, since this day in the 6th, maybe, yep, we have been up, up, up. We never break the low of the day, so that is good, guys. So I hope that on the next trading day we can go above 610, guys, and we have a continuation to 645. So for the next particular stock that we're going to be discussing is our favorite JFC.
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Yes, they still can continue, but we know that for this particular stock, JFC here, sellers here tried to push the market down, buyers answered, sellers again tried to go down, buyers answered. Now we know this particular 199 means a lot. Then today it went back down and we ended near this area. Now on the next trading day, of course, again, if we don't go below 195.95, then we know we're going up strong. But as of right now, this looks like a 2-day range, and we looks like it's slowing down. And if you take a look at the bigger picture, guys, we have been up for quite a while, so I think we may need some pullback for this particular stock, guys. And we have reached our double of our area here, so I would say we may need some break, a little bit of a break, and it also is the top of this particular channel, but it does not mean that the market will follow us. It looks like on top of the channel that's gonna fall right away. No, but be aware that you don't want to be buying at this particular area. How you could wait for a pullback, maybe around 178.98 or around there, and take a look at it. But of course, guys, this is not a recommendation. Once it reaches that particular area, then we may need to look around if we can see some positive sign there for us to buy on, right? And for the next particular stock, guys, that we're going to be discussing is MBT. Now, MBT, guys, which is quite different from BDO, guys. You know, BDO is really stuck on the 93.50 or inside the range, while for MBT, it's really it's breaking out now. Now, does this mean it's gonna have all the way up? Yeah, there's a possibility, but of course, let's take a look at it. You know, and as long as there's still some continuation for this particular market, and you know that this particular market since November 6th, it's all been sellers did try, but it could not break this particular level of 42.56, and it's all buyers answering, and there's a continuation today to the straight upside. So I would say for this MBT, I think there's still a good possibility that this can still go up, as long as it's clearing this particular area of 43.34. Yes, this seems to be a very good, and the thing is that it has a very good way until this particular area around near 60, guys. That's my feeling for this particular stock. It could be buyers here who wasn't able to get out. They may want to think to liquidate their position or try to take a look at it around maybe near 56, guys. But that's my feeling for this market. So, I mean, you know that MBT, since September, there have been a straight upside. Although there's some pullback at the first week of November, but they can continue, guys. They can continue. That's a big possibility. And ever since our last break of the low of the day was in around this particular day. Around what day is this? It's around 6 or 7. Oh, no, 6 or 5. Around this one, right? So that's pretty good, guys. So we can see we have some continuation, and the next particular stock is MM. And what did MM did, guys? It's go even more higher nowadays, guys. I think they are eyeing for the all-time high, guys, which is just near the corner, around 40.60, guys. And I think they can do it, guys, because for me, 396 was I was eyeing for this to take a break with, and they did not. So which means that there could be sellers are already out and about, guys. Like, I was thinking, okay, all right, then they actually today they tried to push down. They actually had maybe a tick or below, then all market all the way up, guys. Now that is a strong market, guys. Can they continue? Most likely they can continue to their target of 460 and above, guys. That is good for MM. And the next particular stock that we're gonna be discussing is our favorite, that is PGOLD. And PGOLD is it doing good, guys? PGOLD really, we are now creating a hard range here, guys. Although the good thing about PGOLD is not breaking down 40, guys. That is one good thing. Now, does that mean that it's all good for us? As long as we need to go back to 42.50, guys, and we need to go back above 42.50 to really mean something, guys. Because for me, guys, this particular stock, guys, is really following this particular channel. And then, although we have a reset here and we really need 42.50 and above to be sure we're on the right side of the market, guys. Because for me, it could be sellers just wanted a little bit higher, around 42, 42.20, and then to push the market down even lower, right? So we're not on the safe side. So for me, on this particular market, it's really a wait and see. I don't want to touch this market on a 10-feet pole. So the next particular stock that we're going to be discussing is SECB. Now for SECB, guys, I really am surprised, like, okay, like we know that SECB gap up, tried to push down to 104.31, and today it went up again and it's tried to push down. And of course, you know that sellers could be trying to slowly liquidate this. Now, does that mean that it's 100% sure that all sellers are out? The only way to find out is the next trading day, it will go above 108.35. Now, if it's around this particular area, you know sellers are still not letting go yet, right? So it's just like here, you know what I'm saying? Is the market went up and we're thinking there's some continuation, but what happened is they tried to push back down. So sellers are now out. They're trying to give another chance again. And what happened is, for those people who weren't able to get out, they're now very sweaty and they want to push the market out because they want to go to this particular level. Now, if they can't go out here, no matter how they tried, then you know this will gap up. Again, it will push up higher, right? So that's the feeling for this market, right? Because you know if you can't get out, you can't, like, it's more like a water, guys. If the water is too much and you know you can't go against the current, what happened is you're gonna join the current somehow. All right. So the last stock that we're gonna be discussing is one of my favorite, is tech. Right now, tech, at least it's moving out on a way of 6 pesos, which is very good, guys. Remember the word 6 pesos, and we were discussing 6 before, and tech has already gone up higher. Now the way I would see it is, okay, you know, from this particular level, from this reset, we have first entry, and we have a second entry here, but it went down, but it did not close below. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Wrong chart again. Oops. I was looking like, oh, something's different here. Okay. Sorry about that. Now we're discussing the right chart. Now for tech, guys, you know, from this reset count, first entry, second entry, and from there on, we never broke the low until this particular day, and we had some continuation, and that is good. And we are going above 650, around 649. We're above this particular level, guys. Oops, sorry about that again. This particular, we're 642 now. On the next trading day, as long as we don't go back to 6, then we have a bigger chance of an upside, guys. Maybe until maybe around 7, maybe 7 or around that area, and that will be a great day, guys. Because what I see is, why 6 pesos, guys? You know why I find those numbers very important when you draw it like that? You will feel it, because now when it broke out, the next day it continued, and the first thing the sellers here, they tried to go down, they tried to back out, they tried to reverse their position. They could be break even here, and then the market is going up, because what happens is sellers push the market at this particular level and exit their position. There's some buyers here who knew that, and what happens is when sellers exit position to a buy positions, buyer buy, and there's more to the power to the upside. That's why it's going like that. All right. So we hope that this particular market can continue to the upside. So thank you very much, guys. Until next time for our next market review.